Have you ever walked through an old city and noticed something strange? Windows that lead to nowhere, buried halfway underground, doors that open directly into a solid wall of earth. For most of us, it's a historical curiosity. But for a growing community of researchers, it's a clue to one of history's biggest secrets, the mud flood. And at the heart of this theory is a specific, cataclysmic event known as the 1657 Black Flood. So what is the mud flood theory? Simply put, it suggests that sometime between the 17th and 19th centuries, a massive, global cataclysm buried the world we knew under meters of mud and soil. Proponents point to countless examples of stunning, intricate architecture, grand pillars, ornate windows, and massive doorways that are inexplicably submerged below our modern street levels. They ask, were our ancestors building basements with full-size windows? Or is it possible that these weren't basements at all, but the original ground floors of a lost civilization? This brings us to the year 1657. According to alternative historians, this wasn't just any year. It was the year of the Black Flood or the Black Deluge. The story goes that a dark, mud-like substance, sometimes described as black water, swept across vast swathes of the globe, from Europe to Asia, and maybe even the Americas. It allegedly turned rivers black, buried entire towns, and wiped the slate of history clean. Think about it. The Great Fire of London happened just a few years later in 1666. Many major cities like Moscow and Prague underwent massive rebuilding efforts around the same time. Coincidence? Or was it a coordinated effort to clean up and rebuild after a catastrophe that has since been erased from our official timelines? Of course, mainstream history and geology have their own explanations. They argue that street levels naturally rise over centuries. Debris from old construction, layers of new pavement, and early sanitation systems all contribute to burying the lower levels of old buildings. From this perspective, the idea of a synchronized global disaster is just a case of connecting unrelated local events that happened during a period of climate instability known as the Little Ice Age. But the alternative theories are far more electrifying literally. Some researchers propose that the 1657 event wasn't just mud and water. They speculate about powerful plasma discharges from the atmosphere, or a geomagnetic event that caused the very ground beneath our feet to liquefy. In this view, the Black Flood was an energetic reset, a cosmic cleansing that fundamentally reshaped our planet's geography and wiped out a